Hello, everybody. This is Tanya Eldert. I'm with Realty Partners, and these are some of my fellow agents, Doreen Jones and Stephanie Harris. And tonight, wow. See, I've already started. I don't know if y'all have your happy hour drinks, but we're ready to go. We are doing the house hunting happy hour. So another 4 o'clock on Friday. Don't we wish we were sitting at the tiki bar kind of thing?
Yes.
But that's okay because we are house hunting virtually so that if we do have buyers, which most of us do, we can still show them around this weekend after we have our drinks today, right?
Right.
We have a plan, ladies. Come on, we have a plan.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to let Doreen just introduce herself for a couple of seconds, and then Steph, and then we'll get started on Safety Harbor. Doreen's got to get her drink in now.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, you want to introduce yourself, Doreen? Say anything? No? Are you good?
Yeah. My name is Doreen Jones, and I'm not sure that I'm the expert, but I do Safety Harbor. And I just wanted to share a few things about why I chose Safety Harbor and why I think it's appealing to other people. Safety Harbor has a long history. I mean, it goes back to 1823. We had 2 tribes of Indians here. They say that they put a blessing on us here in Safety Harbor, as we've never directly with a storm. They seem to veer off to either side. Now, we're so safe in this harbor that even the pirates came here to settle. But Safety Harbor has got its own fire department. The Pinellas Sheriff's Department keeps us safe. We have our own schools, hospitals. It's everything you need, you know. It still has that quaint, small town feeling. There is less than, as of 2019, there was less than 20,000 people. So kind of hard to find down here at Pinellas, blighted area. It has advantages that it's away. Clearwater Beach is 10 miles away. Orlando, if you wanted to go see Mickey and Minnie, that's about a 2-hour ride north. So it's centrally located. It's got a lot of nice homes. Even Odette Philippe thought it was a nice place where he brought the grapefruit here in 1823. So before the big housing boom, this place is nothing but grapefruits.
Oh, wow. Now, see, I did not know that.
Came here looking for a home from up north. Yeah. And it's got a nice gazebo in the center of town. You got a main street. And it just felt like, at that point, my second home. Now it's my only home.
So. Well, I do have it highlighted.
But that is Safety Harbor. It's even the Yep.
Doreen
we even have the what do they call that? I'm cutting in and out.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we even have the Fountain of Youth here.
Oh, I know you do. The spa. We have staycationed at the spa right there. And they were toting their special spa waters that they have throughout the spa. So, yes, when our cruises got canceled this year, we ended up staycationing at the spa.
Well, I mean, and that's also been designated as a historical landmark.
Yeah. It was a nice hotel, too. It had a pool with a bar, and it was nice.
I mean, anybody know Cheap Trick?
Yes, we're kind of old here. I'm sorry, Doreen, you're cutting in and out. How about Stephanie take a turn real quick?
Oh, I'm sorry. There you
Steph,
go,
you want to
Steph.
say hi real quick?
Oh, sure. So my name is Stephanie Harris, and I'm a realtor in Pinellas County as well. And I know that we're talking about Safety Harbor today, and I love it. I don't know as much as Doreen does. That was so great that she said all that, because that was a lot of great information. I love that history stuff. But one of the things I love, I've been there a few times, and I love, I think it's called Whimsyland. And
Yeah,
it
you can
is
see her on
like
the map. Yeah.
yeah, I think it kind of started out as a couple of houses, and the owners like decorated the whole outside, and then it kind of moved into that's it. And they, kind of moved into like they do music there, and they have artists come from all over the world, and I just think that just gives the town a super cool vibe. I've never been around kind of art like that doesn't really make you feel happy and peaceful. And being that it's a small town, I just love it that is there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's talk about housing, since of course we are real estate agents, and we're going to go over some places here. And just like my normal what we did last week, we're going to go through a variety of listings, and here they are. Some of them are closer to the water than others.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one I picked up today was an $8 million listing. I am so sorry. I had to do it. I know that's not necessarily the average person moving to Florida with the $8 million house, but I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to pull it up, and it's just, of course, beautiful. If anybody wants more information or would consider buying this, the three of us could help you. We could all help you. But I mean, it's gorgeous. Who knows how many rooms I was trying to go through. I think there's 6 or 7 bedrooms, but they have a movie theater in here. And playrooms and kids rooms. But I mean, of course, the view and the fact that it's sitting right out there in the harbor is just fabulous. The other one I picked up was the close to $5 million listing. Had to throw that one in here. Another waterfront property right there on the harbor. You can see where it's kind of the beautifully decorated. Look at those ceilings. I mean, aren't they gorgeous?
I love it. I love it.
So I'm scrolling real fast. Obviously, if somebody wanted this, a happy hour. Look at this wine. I mean, yes, look at how much wine you could truly store there. So, yes. You got $5 million and a lot of wine. We can cover you in Safety Harbor. So
we could do the happy hour house on location.
There we go. We could start filming from there. Well, one of you jump out and get that $5 million, and we'll go do that one. So we'll make it our next. I mean, the office with the built-in, pool room. How pretty is this? And of course, the outdoor grill and the entertaining area. I mean, obviously, if you had a place like this, I don't know about you guys, but I would be entertaining every weekend. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just come on over.
Yeah.
So just a gorgeous piece of property right there on the water. So let's just to go down a little bit more into our reality, into what most of our buyers are looking at. And we're at one that's a 479, and this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's been on the market for a little while. I personally love the colors. It reminds me of Bermuda. When I was in Bermuda that time, I literally was taking pictures of the houses because I wanted to figure out how to replicate the colors.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But this is, another listing that again is in more of the, under 500,000. You've got the outdoor entertaining area with the birdhouse. Thank you. I was trying to remember what they call the screened-in area. Doreen, last week we were discussing how in Florida the mosquitoes are so bad. If you're moving down here from the north, you have to have one of these. Let's see.
Bird cage.
Yeah, a bird cage. Thank you. I was close. All right. So just some more pictures of that one. We have another one. It's in the lower 400s, 439. This one's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. And it has also been on the market for, over a month, and you don't see that too often. So this would be one that you could actually go toward this weekend. All of these, as of 2:00 today, were still available. So we all know what the market's like and how quickly some things are going. But another one for 439. The big kitchen. Now this one does not actually have the bird cage around the pool, so that is a little different. We've got one just below 400, and I believe this is one that you sent me, Doreen, that had just been marked down. It was a higher price. It was listed back right when COVID kind of started, and they have brought the price under 400. And so with this one, it looks like it's been recently updated and remodeled. You can see the new appliances, the new flooring, it looks like new bathrooms. So this was probably a flip. Somebody brought it and did a remodel on it. But, again, look at that back area for entertaining. And this one, all the ones I chose were not that far from the water. It wasn't like it was miles and miles to go to the water, right, Doreen? I mean, if you're down there, you're close to the water in some way or another, right? I think maybe she froze. You might need to unmute your mic. There we go. I don't know. I think she's a little frozen. I know one of the things she told me. And
yes, Safety Harbor is right along the water.
Right.
The Tampa Bays.
Right. And did you tell me at one point it's kind of very golf cartish? A lot of people drive golf carts around. If you're local, or bikes. Yeah. I think we were discussing that once. Now, since we're doing this, I wanted to put one other place in here. It's a villa for $234.
Yeah,
and
it's the golf carts mostly for in town. I mean, so if you live like right off of Main Street, you can do golf carting.
Okay. So I pulled another one because a lot of these videos and some of the connections we've been having are with people up north, and all of us, even though it was back in the day, depending on some of us, we're all from the north. We've all moved south, like the 1,000 people per day now moving to Florida. And so, but some of them only are planning to be here temporarily, or they want a snowbird, and rentals can be a challenge for the snowbirds. So they might actually look at investing in a property that they can know it's here. And one of the things, of course, we were discussing last week, it's nice to have kind of a villa or a condo where somebody else is taking care of the lawn maintenance. Somebody else is watching the upkeep, because that's a lot sometimes for a single family home. If you're not here 4 or 5 months during the year. Especially since they all tend to go up north during hurricane season. And oh my gosh, now I have a whole house I got to worry about in case the next hurricane comes through. Yeah. And I know Doreen said they've never had like a direct hit, but I can tell you, no matter where you are in the Tampa Bay area, there are parts of the time, even thunderstorms, where the winds can get kind of high around here. So it isn't like it's something you just want to ignore. I have been, the last few storms that come through, I'm telling you, I'm picking up branches all over my yard, but I've got 1.5 acres and a jungle. So this is a cute little villa. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,000 square feet. So it's perfect for, a couple. or somebody who's just going to come down and use it part of the time. But it has been recently updated, and look at it. I mean, here's the villas and here's the water. How cute is that? You aren't far away at all.
Right.
So you can see what, Doreen? I'm sorry. Okay. So, small little kitchen, but everything you need. Looks like it's been.
I was just going to say, from this community, you can walk and get right to the pathway that brings you right to the water. There's a whole pathway that Safety Harbor has along the water, and you can get right there.
Really?
And do your daily walks if you choose.
That was one of the things about staying at the spa. We could see the pathway. We kept wanting to get there. And for whatever reason, now it was very hot. But anyway, for whatever reason, we never got to it. We always seemed to be sitting there by the pool or looking out over, nice scenic views with a drink versus actually walking. But it was my vacation. So, I did see the path. I plan to go back sometime and get on it. Sorry. All right. So we have a cute little kitchen, the basics of what everybody needs, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And it looks like you have your own little tiny private yard, and you're right there, like Doreen was saying, right beside the water. So, the Safety Harbor is like any of the other, places that we've been talking about so far on our happy hour. It has some great history. It has a huge range of prices. I mean, we just looked at 230 to 8 million, and they were very close to each other. So you've got the whole variety of prices for people who want to kind of enjoy that. And, again, just like everything else in the Tampa Bay region, a lot about the water and the leisure and being able to have access to that. And of course, the year-round weather. So,
yeah. And I will say that today in Florida, I had been in touch with some of my friends in Maryland, and they said, "Ooh, it's chilly today." I said, "I'm not sure that Florida got the memo yet about fall."
No.
I think it was 93 earlier.
That I learned that my very first year. Of course, I moved here. Sienna was about 12 at the time. So we're still at the age that we like to cut pumpkins, right?
Sure.
So the first year we do, as we've always done, we get our pumpkin from the grocery store and we carve it all out. That pumpkin literally melted in 2 days. I mean, it just sat there and rotted away within 48 hours.
Right. Good to know.
And we were like weeks ahead of time. I mean, we were all prepared because in Virginia, where it's cooler, that pumpkin will last a couple weeks, It starts melting. But it truly melted. So, yeah, warning to anybody who might want to be cutting pumpkins next month. You leave it whole until we now cut it on Halloween morning. Seriously.
Wow. Good to know.
I don't think they cut them so much down here. I think they just decorate them, like paint them down here.
Mm-hmm.
I still like digging my hands in and pulling out those seeds and roasting them. So I still like all that. But you're right. If you want it to last any length of time, you have to paint them.
Yeah.
Because they're
just to at 419. Right. At 419, it is 87 degrees here in Safety Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. And you have a good breeze over there. I mean, granted, where
according to mine.
Yeah, the breeze helps.
Oh, yeah.
I like looking at like the map of the state, and you see poor Orlando in there, and they're always 5 to 10 degrees higher than we are because they don't have the nice coastal breezes. And I'm like, Mickey's melting. So,
right.
But the other thing I mentioned, and you all both from the north can speak to this, and we all know snowbirds who come down here. I was just getting in touch with some of my buyers who were kind of wavering, and I did bring out the fact that yes, COVID's still here; it's not going anywhere. We're showing houses, people are putting in offers. But we're at a lull right now, in my opinion, because we just had the summer people go through, right? The people who had to move before the kids, I don't know, supposedly went to school. But the other thing is we're about a month to maybe a month and a half before all the snowbirds show up. And some of those snowbirds, I know a good handful of agents, at least, who will have showings set up for October because everybody's coming down in October to look and to buy.
Yeah.
So, this is a nice time in this middle of September. If that's something you have to do, I wouldn't wait too long because it could get crazier. I hate to say that, but it could. October, if you look historically, October is a big month for selling in Florida. So, anybody else have any input for advice for our buyers who might be coming down here to Safety Harbor or any other area?
It's just time to get here. By the time, if you looked right now and you closed, you could be in before Thanksgiving easily.
Or earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So, and of course, we can still do those virtual showings, even for people who are up north. I think we mentioned it last week. I have sold houses where the buyers have never walked in the house. I mean, literally, they've never been there. Either mailed them up the keys or held the keys till they got down here. I mean, that's what we're talking. So that's certainly possible to, buy a house virtually, especially with all the good technology and online tours and things like that. And a lot of people have friends or family down here who could do a walkthrough for them, who could go, there and kind of do the tour in the place.
Right. Yep.
Just things to think about in this crazy world. Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but make sure you have your happy hour drinks and get in contact with us if you need to see homes tomorrow, because we're all drinking tonight. All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies. I appreciate your time this afternoon.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.
You.